back to my habitat. I'm Andrew Beauchamp, and today we are gonna start some succulent seeds. Never done this before, really excited, let's get started. I ordered seeds offline and they even came with some full instructions. So the first thing I have are my containers. I have 6 different varieties and all 10 seeds, I have 10 seeds of each, are all gonna go in one little container because the seeds are really, really fine. And the first step is to make our substrate, or our mixture that our seeds are going to be going into. One part peat moss, 2 parts vermiculite or perlite, and 1 part play sand or small gravel of some sort. Now that we have the soil we're gonna use, all I'm gonna do is fill my pot and leave about 1/2 inch of headspace from the top because we're still gonna layer a thin layer of sand. That's what we place the seeds on top of. Now that the pots are all ready, sand's been placed, I need to bottom water these to make sure that the substrate is completely wet. So I'm just gonna bottom water and let it absorb, probably for about 10 minutes. So it took like a second, like 10 seconds for all of the soil in there to get moist, and the sand on top's completely wet too. So it's time to plant the seeds. First variety that we're gonna plant, now forgive me if I get this wrong, and I probably will, Echeveria subcorymbosa.
Close. Echeveria subcorymbosa.
Okay. But this is a beautiful succulent, rosette, beautiful, with slightly red kind of tips, or on the edges, they get red. Echeveria longizima. Longizima?
I think so.
You think so? I will put the spelling down at the bottom along with the picture. Echeveria Renoni San Carlos?
Close. I think it's Renoni San Carlos.
Yeah. This one I love. This is a beautiful white succulent. Get that rose shape. But just stunning. I'm really excited for this one. I think it's gonna play really nicely with some of the other things we chose. Can't wait for these to pop up. Echeveria Halbingeri, yes, beautiful, okay. Really beautiful other gray succulent, but it creates more of a mass of rosettes as it ages, but of course still gives you that beautiful rosette shape, but they come in almost little clusters. Sedum verdidense, maybe. Once again, back with some more red. Really excited to see how this comes up. These are also the smallest seeds that we have. All the other ones are very tiny, these are micro tiny. And even just looking through the package, they look like little specks of dust. So these are the very tiny seeds. You can see they're very tiny. But the micro tiny are even smaller. That's not dirt, those are the seeds. So quite a bit of a difference between the very tiny and the micro tiny. Sinocrastula unionensis. Really, really cool, dark green, almost black, and these plants are a little bit spiky looking. So should give a lot of texture inside arrangements. Really, really excited to plant these up and see how many come up, because this is an experiment for me and I've never done this before, but I have high hopes. So let's plant these. Just going to try to scoop them I got one there at the end of the toothpick, and I'm just gonna place it down while trying to see it. And it's there somewhere. Another one. Can you see that at the end? That was trickier than I thought. Very... Like, if I was doing a lot of these, I can see myself very quickly getting fed up with this. I mean, I already have 50 seeds to plant, and that's 10 of them done. So let's move on to the next one. So now that these are all seeded, what I'm going to do is put a piece of plastic wrap around it. This helps keep in the moisture, keeps in the humidity. So nice and tight. I have a pin here that we're just gonna give it some air holes. Just like so. I'm gonna do that to the rest of them. I'm gonna be making sure that these stay moist. You're not supposed to let them dry out at all. Also, I'm gonna keep bottom watering. It strictly says not to do even misting. Don't do it. It can dislodge the seeds because they're so tiny. And if the seeds go down too far, they're just not gonna germinate because they're really, really tiny. Last recommendation they say is to take off the plastic for about 10 minutes a day to avoid any sort of fungal infections, just so there's airflow and it's not too humid in there. We should be seeing something within about a month time. I'll probably put pictures up on Instagram the moment I see anything, but I'm so excited for this. I really hope they do well, but for now, thank you guys for watching. Until next time, stay planting.